And focus for July the 16th and the 17th, 2022. We have so much happening in the sky. The sun is talking with Saturn, Mercury's talking with Saturn, Mercury is conjunct with the sun. Even Venus is moving into Cancer this weekend. So we have so much to talk about. Let's start at the beginning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. Now we start with the 16 energy. Now the 16 energy is about awakening. So I would have to say the 17 energy is more about making the impossible possible. So I would have to say that Saturday is probably the harder energy for us to work through, because it is about awakenings. And awakenings usually happen because something needs to go in our lives and we need to readjust our steps going forward based on what is leaving, what is completed, what we are healing from. 1 + 6 is a 7, so it's very important that you stand within your own truth, that you don't sway and make a compromise just to make the compromise, just to have the harmony and the peace. So be careful of that kind of energy, really standing in your truth. And we can compromise 110% without giving a part of ourselves away. So understand how that is to be in your life in making decisions this weekend. If we do the numerology for Saturday, it is a 20, and that is about turning points. That is about reconstruction in order to make those turning points. So we have to really go with the flow, go with the energy, see what is presented to us, understand why it's being presented to us. 2 + 0 is a 2. So it is really sitting in quiet contemplation and recognizing the magic that you hold within through your personality, through your talents, through just being you. Okay? We all have magic within us, and it's about finding that magic and then utilizing that magic on our path forward. If we look at Sunday, it is a 17 energy. So yes, making the impossible possible. Absolutely. Now, 1 + 7 is an 8. So we have to keep our integrity intact. So we can't be growing dreams and little white lies in order to get people to buy into what we want, where we want to go. But we have to be very truthful, and our word is our bond. Our word is our honor. Also, it's about utilizing your strength, your courage under an 8 energy, and utilizing it to move yourself forward, embracing your strength, your courage. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 21. So we have all this beautiful full moon kind of energy surrounding us still. So the 21 is about, it's the announcement. I see the bugle player. The bugle player is announcing that there is new energy that we are getting ready to walk into. But first, we have loose ends that we need to deal with. We have to tie up those loose ends. We do not want to drag that energy with us into a new moon energy. Never, ever. So this is the time when we take a look at maybe what we want to do versus what we need to do, and finding the harmony, the compromise between those things in our life. Or maybe there's responsibilities or barriers that we need to move through, move past, in order to really stand firm in where we are going and who we are and what we are manifesting in our lives, what we are transforming in our lives. 2 is very transformative energy because it brings the individual into a group setting, more than one. Sun is in Cancer the entire weekend. Moon, I believe by the time we wake up on Saturday morning, the moon will have moved into Pisces. So it's not really an action-packed kind of weekend. It's about harmony and dreams, and really pay attention to your dreams this weekend. Journal them if you can. Okay, have that piece of paper and a pencil sitting there before you do anything else. Before you even breathe, start writing down your dream, because it will vanish as quickly as you start to awaken and move out of that energy into the awakened energy. And once we become awake, we remember very little about our dreams, and what we do remember about our dreams are the highlights of our dreams, if anything. So there's lots of times when I've woken up and it's like, I know I had a dream last night, but what was it about? So the sooner that you can put that piece of pen, or that pen to that piece of paper, and start writing out some little dot points on what transpired in your dream, the better chance you'll have to understanding your dreams a little bit more, because that's truly your subconscious trying to work out your problems for you and come up with the answers. You still may have the answers, you just don't know how you got there. If we okay, so let's do the planets here before we go too much farther. Sun and Saturn's having a little bit of a tiff in the sky, okay? And Mercury and Saturn are having a little bit of a tiff in the sky. So we may feel that our freedom is hampered, or our self-expression, it can't flow like it usually can. We feel that there's restrictions around us, there's obligations around us that hold us back from being our true, authentic self. So we have to be very flexible, adaptable, open-minded, and if we're open-minded, we will find the flexibility to understand where we need to adjust in greater commitments or fewer commitments, responsibilities. We have the Sun, though, that is conjunct with Mercury. And when that happens, our thinking, our communications are strong. Also, short distance travel is always recommended under that Sun conjunct Mercury kind of energy. But we have quick thinking, we are more curious about things, therefore we learn more things. Mercury is also getting along with Neptune. So we have the ability to see the larger picture without tripping up on the small little details. And I know we had one day in the last week where we really had to look at those details, but especially with the Pisces moon too, you want to look at the big picture, okay? And you won't be hampered by all those little details that start popping up. But how are you going to get the money? How are you going to get the time? How are you going to get the resources? How are you going to have the energy to do this? Those might be big things, but chances are they're the how, what, whys, and we don't need to worry about any of that. We really, truly don't. We just have to take the steps. We know that they will put it in our path as we become prepared to take that next step. Mars and Jupiter are also getting along. So we have strength, we have bravery, we have generosity as well under that kind of energy. So it really melts well with that 8 energy of the 17. I think that's more of a Sunday energy anyway. So our bravery, our strength to move forward, to embrace our passions and our dreams are so much stronger on the Sunday. And we also have, I think the Sun is getting along with Neptune as well. That brings in a stronger belief system about I can do. So if you have any doubts, that'll come in on the Saturday, and know that by Sunday, you'll wake up in a whole different frame of mind. So don't think of, just stop those thoughts when they start telling you the lack of what you can't do. You tried that before. What are you doing trying this again? You know you're going to fail. Those kinds of things come up in our self-talk all the time. Put a halt to it, because it will only probably be on Saturday. On Sunday, we get a little bit stronger of a belief system back with the Sun trining Neptune and very reliable intuition. So paying attention to our intuition will be paramount, especially on the Sunday. We also have Venus going over to Cancer. Now, I think that's happening by the time we're all ready to call it quits on Sunday. We've had enough weekend, and it's time to get some sleep for Monday. I think that's when that will actually happen. So we'll probably wake up more to it being a Monday energy rather than on this weekend, but I thought I'd mention it because it is happening on the Sunday. So depending on what time zone you're in, you might experience a little bit of this on the Sunday evening or leading up to the Sunday evening. And it turns us into a more nurturing person, a more sensitive person, and we become family oriented. Even if we are very estranged from our family, we become a little bit more family oriented. Now, family can be, you have your work family, your community families, your actual family that you were born into or adopted into, the family you adopted perhaps. Okay, let's see what our cards have to say for this weekend. See if they bring up more valuable points for us to know about or confirm. Our shadow card is, what's our shadow card? Look at this, the Six of Swords. You're ready to move forward. Now, this could be with the aid of somebody else. Obviously, when we have the support of others, we automatically feel stronger about our next step and beyond. With the Six of Swords energy, the front of the boat, the swords there, once again, are our lessons, our challenges, the things that we have learned, the things that we have gotten clarity about, the knowledge that we have taken in that allows us to go forward. And this is saying it's time. It's time to push that boat away from the shore and start going forward. And we don't know what's beyond. And it doesn't matter because we've got a picture in our mind of the end result. And that's all we really need right now. So we may see a large body of land, right? Body of water, massive land, I guess it'd be. But you don't need to know what's the mineral composition. Does it have fruit? Does it have animals? Does it have people? You don't need to know all these little details that go into it. Know that you can see the shoreline and you're headed in that direction. So the big picture, keep the big picture up there. Absolutely. When that card comes out. Now our first card is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, yes, our intuition is very strong. The Two of Swords is definitely a card that says we need to go inside. We need to go within. So there's that two energy, going within to find the answers to our questions. We're blindfolded actually, so what we see externally will not help us make the true decisions or come to the true conclusions of what our decisions need to be. We need to have a talk with ourselves. We need to have a talk with our heart center. We need to have a talk with our intuition and how we are going to go forward. And most of our strong decisions, although there could be a lot of procrastination with the planets the way they are, I could see a lot of procrastination. And I mean, Pisces is the moon energy. So we could find ourselves procrastinating a little bit more, which might be a good thing because it will allow us to go within and really examine it from an internal place before an external place to make the right decisions. We're wearing red, so chances are there's a courage, there's a strength that's needed in order to make these decisions. They're not easy decisions, and the waters are very rough, so it'll be a very emotional time for you to make these decisions, to make that decision to move in this direction or that direction or away from this or away from that. So know that those challenges are there. Know that it will be emotional. It will be a hard heart decision to make as well as a logic decision to make. Maybe it makes sense logically and we need to allow ourselves to move forward even though we may be moving away from something that we truly love at the time. Although if something's supposed to be in your path, don't worry, it will come back around. So it could be very short term that you're walking away from this thing. So, short term sacrifice for long term goals. We have the Five of Wands. So competition absolutely could be part of it. This is kind of where we show up. We work as a team. So team play is very important. And the most important thing about team play, though, is yes, you have to bring you to the table. Your strengths, your abilities, your talents, your personality. You have to bring that to the table. But you also have to allow everybody else to share that part of themselves with the group. And so this isn't a time when we judge each other, but this is a time when we get a little competitive, and it could be just fun competition. It could be a volleyball game on the beach. It could be a little bit of a debate you're having within the community or a group of friends or family. And so this is about standing strong within that group, but also allowing the other people in the group to be strong as well. So you're not trying to judge them, criticize them, pull them down in any way, but allow them as well their space and their strength and their truth. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I love the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles says go with the flow. Okay, I love the Knight here because the Knight is not dressed in armor. The Knight does not have a weapon. Heck, we don't even have a saddlebag with some food, an apple, perhaps, to eat on the way. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt, when this card comes up, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if we go with the flow and we trust in God, our angels, or spirit guides, that what we need will be provided so that we can walk forward with a strength, with the surety, that we won't go without, there won't be lack. Look at the abundance we hold in front of us. The abundance actually comes to you because you've let go of trying to control every situation. Well, I better pack food. I might starve. I better put on my armor in case I meet somebody. I better take this sword with me too in case I have to fight. We don't worry about any of that. We know that if that comes into being, somehow the armor will show up and the sword will show up and the apple will show up. So we don't have to worry about those things. So the more that you can trust that you are protected, that you are loved by God, your angels, your spirit guides, even past loved ones. Absolutely. The more you can buy into that theory, the stronger your steps are going forward and going with the flow. Adapt to the situation. Keep an open mind. We have the Page of Wands back again. The Page of Wands is whatever you want can be. Look at that. We are given pretty well a blank slate there. Okay, that is our environment. That is the area that we will be manifesting in. You can do anything. You can put any color in there. There's no buildings to work around. There's no water to work around. There's no nothing. You can put water in wherever you want it. This is about, yes, once again, closing your eyes, go in thought, meditate, pray. Contemplate. Have a conversation seemingly with yourself. Definitely talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides about where you want to go, what you want to create, what you want to manifest, what you want to be your reality going forward. And then it's about creating it, absolutely. Although I don't see this weekend being that much of a do kind of energy. I see it more of a laid back, dream a little bit, enjoy your environment, understand where you need to step up to a responsibility or step away from a responsibility, how to adjust your life so that it is so and that it's done with harmony. Perhaps there's compromises that need to be made. These kinds of things all end up being something that when we pull back a little bit and just be in the moment, it seems to all go together perfectly on its own. And then we have the High Priestess to end it off, the 2 energy. My goodness. Sit in quiet contemplation. Realize, discover the magic that lays within you. And bring that magic to the surface. And don't tell me you don't have magic, because you absolutely do have magic. Each and every one of us does. Sometimes we have been taught to push that magic down, that it's not right for some reason, or it's not perfect, or doesn't fit with the vibe of everybody else, or maybe that person that was telling you that it wasn't a good thing. But it's rediscovering perhaps that magic within you. And it could be through your creativity, your self-expression, that magic comes out. It could be through your talents, your abilities, your voice. And know that there is magic all around you, but definitely within. And start beaming that magic outwards to start creating your environment, to start manifesting your reality in the way that you want it. And we manifest our reality every day. It's just when we don't put any thought into it that it's like, oh, what a day. Okay, a mantra card. And our mantra card for today is originality. Blaze your own trail. Stand in your truth. Don't give a part of yourself away, your power, your strength, your ability, your courage, your talents, your abilities, your love. Originality, blaze your own trail. You have what it takes to go forward. Now we did have, what did we have? The 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands telling us to gather as a community and play off of each other for strength and success. But we also have to show up in our originality. We have to shine just as bright as everybody else and allow them to shine, but we have to shine. Originality, blaze your own trail. Chances are, if you say, I want to do this, and they say, oh, you should never do that. First of all, that's just their opinion. Second of all, they don't see your dream the way you see your dream, which is completely different. So something that they can't accomplish, they automatically say, oh, no, you shouldn't do that, but you can accomplish this. It wouldn't be given to you as a goal, a dream, a desire, if there was no purpose behind it. Absolutely not. Blaze your own trail. Originality. So be a go-getter. Be a free spirit by nature. Exhibit originality, courage, and perhaps even defiance. You were born to succeed. You were born to breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. So, despite chaotic things that may happen, you are loving and you are generous. The mantra is love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands. I am worth it. I am worth it. I am deserving of it. So, whatever that dream is, that goal is, that desire is, do not think for 1 second that you are not deserving and you are not worthy. So, some people love you, but they're afraid that when you get out of their sight, what are you doing? Where are you? Who are you talking with? Right? They don't love you without any kind, or you might hurt me one day. So I'm going to love you, but I just know the punch is coming kind of thing. So love me without fear because I'm not going to hurt you. And I'm not going to do anything that you standing beside me would make any difference. So it's about people learning to, so we're telling the world, love me without fear because I'm not there to hurt you. That's your own misconceptions. Trust me without wondering. If I say I can't tell you right now, there's a good reason and you'll find out and you'll laugh about it and you'll love me for it. But trust me in the meantime. Love me without restriction. So you love me so long as I'm making the meals, or I'm bringing home the paycheck, or I visit your family every Thursday, and from Thursday to Sunday we do all these family things when I prefer to be doing something else perhaps some of those times. So don't tell me that you're not going to love me because I won't go to the family this weekend because I want to do something a little bit different. Love me without restriction. You can't, it's like putting a bird in the cage and never letting it fly again. Love me without restriction. Allow yourself to fly, allow others to be free and raise their wings and fly into their destinations. Love me without demands. Okay? I'll love you so long as you drive the kids to soccer every Thursday, or I'll love you so long as you don't go and socialize with those people. I love you so long as you quit your job and you come home. I love you so long as you get a job and get off that couch. We can't demand on people. And it's accepting each other for exactly who they are without all these things that get in the way of our true love, our true happiness, our true joy. We start to judge. Well, we don't have any right to judge each other. I hope you don't judge me because I definitely don't judge you. And especially in readings, I think sometimes people are a little embarrassed by where I dig and why. That was your walk. That was your walk. And if I don't understand it, well, then I need to educate myself more. But I'm definitely not going to judge you in the process and tell you what I think you should do. There's enough people like that in the world. Okay, let's get an animal card here. So, I am deserving, I am worth it, I am. Beautiful mantras for this weekend. And of course, take time to dream. Our animal is, look at this, the deer, love. Be gentle with yourself. I wish this camera would just zoom in a little bit better. This is supposed to be one of the best cameras around, and I still can't. Oh, you heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So once again, we have that self-worth. Acknowledge your self-worth, your grace. Be gentle with yourself. We can beat up ourselves. Oh, we're good at it. And we will take swings at ourselves that we would never, ever, ever think of swinging at another person. So watch your self-talk because you are deserving. You are worth it. You heal with the power of love. So when you find the anger coming up, look at where you can love. Love your situation, love a pet, love the sky, love the grass, love the people around you, love your job, love the interactions within certain areas of your life. But see the light in all things and embrace the love in all things and acknowledge your self-worth. Acknowledge your self-worth. I am worthy. I am deserving. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.